Well, this is a mess pot. But I'm running a very simple bench test of quick and dirty on a new part. This is a new design anyway. It's a very crude prototype of a new power distribution board, where I've got track power coming in on the blue and the yellow lines, going to a pair of rectifiers, 6 amp here and 4 amp there, and I'm running at low speed right now. And the 6 amp is feeding the smoke, and the smoke is sitting here calmly cooking. No fan motor. If I turn the fan on, then I get smoke. I don't have my trigger hooked up. Then I have a motor controller board coming out over here, and he's doing nicely, and he's coming from this rectifier. The other rectifier is coming out over here, and he's going to our battery charger for the Wemos, which is not plugged in. It would be plugged in over here, but what I'm doing is just indicating that the battery is now charging, and that if I turn this on, the battery is now feeding this 5 volts, but there's nothing there to take it. So this just, when I turn this on and it's charging, that loads this board a little more. It gets a little hotter, and that's how that works. So it's a little warm now. He's not warm. He's warm. Oh, okay, so we're boosting. Right now I'm at low voltage, and I'm asking for 4 or 5 volts. So it's boosting. It's converting amps to volts, and that takes energy. So now I can crank it up a little more. Really, at midway, about 50%, everybody calms down. They got enough energy to do what they're supposed to be doing, and it runs nice. It's warm, but it's not too hot. I know that. I've got heat sinks on everything that can absorb heat and dissipate it. Heat sinks. You got a heat sink on the smoke, so everybody is dissipating heat. And I don't think I'm going to need a fan. And this is not the right tender. I don't have the right tender yet. Pardon me. It's still on the CAD system. I wanted to get this board figured out. This is going to be the shape and style, sort of like a fat T, and it's going to fit in here. The little narrow piece will fit here, and then the larger piece will fit here, and it'll be on a diving board kind of a thing, and that'll come across, and then these two rectifier boards will be on either side, and the battery will be down the middle. And I have not got a place for him yet. I think he's just going to be right in front on the opposite end of the speaker. And then he'll be up in front, opposite end of the speaker, like in this area. If this was on here like that, this is how it should go. If it was on here, the battery would be in here, and then I may have the battery charger here. The Wemos goes here. The rectifier board, as you see it, will sit right here, and that's it. There's only going to be the 2 rectifiers. That'll be a single level. That guy's fine. These guys will plug into the track input. Right now I'm using jumpers to the track input. Not on the track, right? Okay. And this speaker will fit in the back. Nice speaker, one of my better ones. And it's sort of like this one. Has a nice baffle, good sound. It'll be like that in a different container. And it'll sit off the back. Anyway, that's the plan. What I'm doing now was just a live bench test. I got all the power adjusted with the meter, making sure that's 5 volts. This is 9 volts. And I got the back and forward and reverse on this. I got all the systems are working now. I have not plugged in the Wemos because I know, that Wemos will work when the battery is on. We've proven that enough to me. I can go over there and do it, so. Okay, and I just got a note from Andy saying all my jumpers here are hurting my performance, so it works. Get those off of there, because that wire is too long and too skinny, and put better wire on and start to assemble, and then do another bench test with the short wires, and then I'll do that right now. And I did get a possibility for the sounds. This may be something we can use. Right now it's only 2 button. They do have a 4 button. I've ordered it. It's back ordered. But it could be used for station announcements or all aboards. Or I could put in a stationary soundboard, just have it separate somewhere else in a little shed somewhere, and a button that you push. It's a wired. It's not a wireless or anything, but it would be the sounds from that station. The other one is then I could use these for the bell and the whistle if I can get this communicating. I know it works. I mean, I'm getting 5 volts on ground. I already tested that part. When I fire the trigger, I push A, D0 gives me 5 volts. Right now, I don't think we need 5 volts. We use 3.3, so maybe there's a way we can cut that down and actually use that signal. I don't know. Andy's going to think it over. Okay. I don't know what time it is, but it's like 5-ish, I guess. I'm going to try to button this up, or I'm going to try to test that, or I might try to do something else. I don't know, but we're steadily making progress. Very promising, and I'll build it out and make sure I get my wires short and see if it can handle the heat and all that good stuff. But feeling pretty good. Step by step, knocking down the unknowns and making them work. So that's a good thing. Later, gang.